Welcome, one and all, back to a fuck-ass playthrough of Bloodborne. It's been a while. It's been a hot minute. So I've honestly haven't had any optimal opportunities to record, so that's why I haven't. And I did actually start recording this episode, but then my younger sister came in and kind of like ruined it in a sense. I wouldn't say she ruined it, but you can it's just weird, man. I'll upload that little clip because you'll see it's literally me at the beginning doing my thing, and then as I'm, doing things and, explaining stuff, she just shows up and it's like, fuck. So I did do stuff on this character before while I was recording, and so those stuff I have to redo, and you'll see what they are. And so, yeah, let's get into it. This episode won't have much. It's just me opening up doors and exploring a bit more. Oh, what? Is that familiar to anybody? That's where we were earlier. What? Interconnection? So, I forgot in the last episode to come down through here and show off some door opening. So, there was items here. I can't remember what they were. I'm sorry. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus. There's an item on that dead guy. It was something that was either useless or useful. Which one it was, I have no idea. But it's a 50-50 chance. So, my goodness. Oh, Jesus. I've been playing on my high-level character a lot, so I'm used to, like, just, making everybody eat shit. So this is definitely a weird pace breaker-ish. Not really. Kill this guy for bullets. This guy had pungent cocktails, which do attract bees, so it's like alluring skulls from Dark Souls. You throw it somewhere and then enemies will crowd around it. I've never used those once in my life, but I will use it in this playthrough. I know of one circumstance where we can't use them, and I will. Maybe, if I remember. When the hunt began, the healing church left us, blocking the great bridge to Cathedral Ward, as old Yarnum burned to the ground that moonlit night. Exposition. I felt a burp, it didn't come. So, anyways, you're gonna come through there, and then you open this door. Fuck, I don't know how that scared me. I should have known he was coming. You open the door, and it leads to this little area. You just follow the little path. There was an item there, I believe. And you open this gate, and it leads back to the beginning. And then there's this guy.
Pale blood, you say? Never heard of it. But if it's blood you're interested in, you should try the Healing Church. The church controls all knowledge on blood administration and all varieties of blood. Across the valley to the east of Yarnum lies the town of the Healing Church, known as the Cathedral Ward. And deep within Cathedral Ward is the old Grand Cathedral, the birthplace of the Healing Church's special blood, or so they say. Yarnumites don't share much with outsiders. Normally they wouldn't let you near the place, but the hunt is on tonight. This might be your chance. Yes, I see. But the Great Bridge is the only way to the Cathedral Ward. And during the hunt, the bridge is closed. You could try the aqueduct. There's a rather, how shall I put it, colourful area south of the Great Bridge. From there, an aqueduct leads to the Cathedral Ward. Not a place you'd normally want to visit, but I don't imagine you have much of a choice.
I just realized this axe has a little spear at the very tip, and that's fucking awesome. But yeah, he just basically told us what to do next. We must visit the aqueducts. And yes, this leads back, it's all interconnected. Interconnectivity. It's the name of the game. Yeah, it's Bloodborne. It's Blood Interconnectivity Born. That's the name of the game. Ha. So instead of going back where we just went, let's explore this little area. I don't know how I got that fucked up. Oh, I didn't even get fucked up. It was you. Okay, I didn't think I'd be getting texted this much. This is horribly unprofessional. Not that this was ever professional to begin with. But it'd be like that, it really do. I didn't think I would kill him. Or rather, I thought he would strike me again. But, so, I uploaded a video... God! I uploaded a video earlier, and it was just me doing some... Okay, this will play a big part later in the episode. Remember it. Remember this elevator. But anyways, I wanted to test some waters with editing and stuff, and you know, okay, so I was in film class for 3 years, but I never once edited a video, so take that as you will. And I knew of this free editing software, which is really basic and stuff, but it gets the job done. By the way, you open this door from this side, or no, you open it from the inside. So once you would open this door, you would just come back through here, and then open it from this end, and bam. Yeah, it's all interconnected. It's great. And now we're gonna explore through here because there's some. Oh yeah, and remember on the bridge earlier? Well, instead of going to the right through that door, we could also come down here, and we would have ended up in the same place. So yeah, there's like so many different ways to go through this, you know, area, and it's amazing. And yeah, you know, we would have came down through here. We would have gone through here, fought the two brick boys, and then you know made our way through the place, the thing. And that's really neato. But as I was saying, I was testing some waters in terms of editing because in my 3 years of a film class, admittedly, I kind of chose not to do it, but I never once edited anything. And that, it was, you know, I was like, I know editing is a thing most people will do with their videos, and it is a thing you should learn to do and pick up because it can definitely up the quality of your videos and what you make. But see now, with AFAPT, a fuck-ass playthrough, I have this mentality of that whenever I watch these episodes, it's literally as if back in like when YouTube was first becoming a thing and people did gameplay videos and stuff, you know, it was like this. There wasn't any editing because people would just take the clips and upload them because they think, you know, it was all good, you know, one take, etc. And I think after watching the first episode of AFAPT and the COD MWR on Veteran, I definitely feel like doing these type of videos gives that vibe, that feeling to that, you know, and I really like that. So as of now, I don't see myself doing any editing in terms of AFAPT, of Bloodborne especially, because I just don't want. Okay, well, it's I don't want to because there wouldn't be much editing to do besides me just cutting out some walking around. But then at that point, that kind of cuts out a lot of me just talking, and you know, it just becomes me playing through the game. And you just see me do the major events of the game. You don't really get anything else out of that. But you know, with this, you know, you watch me explore every nook and cranny. You get to see what's in the game, how massive this world is, and then you know, I also get to talk about a bunch of stuff, which is what I want to do. I just want to talk. Oh. No. Fuck you, bitch. Yes. Tricks are for kids, lady. This lady basically asks us if we know of any safe havens, and then we don't, so we say no, and then she starts going off on our arses, as she liked to say. And I'm trying to think of how to... Okay, so this leads to another area of the game, which you could access just going through the thing normally. But since we're here, we might as well explore it, because there are some spicy stuff here. So now, one of the spicy things is meeting my favorite NPC, Eileen the Crow. I already talked to her. Oops. Okay, so I already talked to her, and she gives you this dope-ass gesture, which is the best one in this game, called Shake Off Cape. Ah, swag. I already talked to her because, like I said, I had already, recorded. I had started recording when my younger sister ruined it all. But this is where I got up to, basically, when I stopped it. So we haven't missed out on much. Just a bit of dialogue with some NPCs. That's Eileen. She basically hunts hunters who, like, just go mad during the hunt. And that's her job. And she's kind of old, as you could tell by her old voice. That makes no sense. But trust me, she's old. She's been alive for some time. She's had better days. I'm trying to think of what I have to do here, and I'm realizing now I have to fucking. I'm gonna die. There's no other way out of this, which is bullarchy. But oh wait, I'm too much of a genius. Oh, I'm too good at this. Alright, let's engage in long-range combat. Like, okay, I always used to think whenever they would do that thrusting attack, it would be just using, like, the top curve. But now I realize there's an actual, like, fucking spear tip there. Like, that's awesome. And I never noticed that until now. But yeah, you do want to go up through there to talk to Eileen and begin her quest. My favorite quest in this story, or in this game, it's a bullshit quest, though. Not immediately, the ending of it is bullshit, because you have to fight this one hunter who's like Eileen's like ultimate adversary, and that fight is just bullshit. And I'm not gonna lie, I may or may not do a cheese method for it, which you can either look down on or not care. I don't care what you think. You gotta do what you gotta do. It'd be like that sometimes, and that's what it will be with that fight. But that's later down the road. I won't start stressing over it. For now, we must just keep exploring this beautiful place, picking up free items, and defeating tall men with hacksaws, because that is what we do. We kill people with hacksaws. And yeah, like I said, this episode doesn't really have anything. Oh my god, it doesn't have anything really that spicy. I know the first episode was a long one, and with good reason, because we got up in that bitch. It was a good one. I think it was, the full enchilada. Come on. Fuck. Wow, I suck at that. I don't know what happened to my timing skills there. It just became non-existent. Wait a minute. Something... I sense something is wrong. Like there was something I was meant to do here. There may... Okay, so you see those rats? Yes, we must go and defeat them. There are items down there. But yes, there will be episodes like this where there isn't anything exciting planned, aka a boss fight. It's just me exploring, talking, and or maybe explaining stuff. Is there another... I swear to god, I remember there being like hanging bodies off here, and you chop them off and then they give you items. I swear to god that was here, but I'm not finding it. I'm pretty sure if I fall all the way down... Oh, they're already cut off. Wow, those are the... Okay, those are the two items that I was talking about. I don't know when I smacked them down, or maybe they were smacked down. I don't... Point is, those are bodies, they hang on rope. You're meant to smack them, and then you gotta come down here and pick up your rewards. But, you have to do it twice, because they're on different sides, and you can only land on one. But this body gives you the saw spear. Great weapon, I will say. Basically saw cleaver, but with a different moveset. Also, it's really dope. Like you one-hand a fucking spear. That's pretty fucking wild. But then when it's untricked, it's literally the saw cleaver. Actually, it really is a saw cleaver. Just different design. Yeah, it's a fucking saw cleaver. I have deduced that. And because I'm used to the all too familiar saw cleaver, we're going back to the axe, baby. Okay, so I'm trying to think of things. Okay, I'm not gonna say I'm trying to think of things to talk about, because I do know what I want to talk about. I'll start. Blah. Wow, I am an idiot. I will say this. I won't be doing AFAPT of Dark Souls 3, and I have very good reasoning for this. In my eyes, it is very good reasoning. Some of you might be thinking, oh, you're just a fucking shithead, which is valid as well. And, oh my, it appears we're in some sort of aqueducts. Just like, oh shit, like the other guy mentioned. So, we must continue through the aqueducts. And you know, oh fuck me. Oh, this is bullshit. Oh my, yes. No, what? Oh, ha! I regained my, oh Jesus. Okay, that's not cool. That was dumb. This shit's staring the fuck out of him. Okay, so AFAPT of Dark Souls 3. I've been playing through Dark Souls 3, and I won't lie, I didn't like it at first because I think it's too fast paced for like, I get that's what he was trying to do because Miyazaki had just finished working on Bloodborne and he was already working on Dark Souls 3, so you know, he was trying to innovate what he had already, you know, gotten established, and something he did establish in Bloodborne was, you know, faster paced gameplay. But see now, where it fails in Dark Souls 3, in my eyes, I know a lot of people probably think, you know, oh, well, this shit's fucking great. It failed in my eyes because in this game, you don't roll. I mean, yeah, you roll, but that's when you're not locked on, which you are almost always locked on, save for a few certain cases. But when you aren't, you fucking roll, which is fine, you know. But when you're locked on, in this game, you're sidestepping. It's a quick movement. It's nice. It just feels perfect for faster paced gameplay. And when you put that into Dark Souls 3, which has shields and you still roll when you dodge, it just does not click. In my opinion, it doesn't click right. And I'm at the Soul of Cinder right now in Dark Souls 3. I'm like soul level 90 something. I intended on beating the DLC before I beat the game, which isn't really a necessity to do in that game because it lets you choose when to go into New Game Plus, which is very nice, I think. In Bloodborne, you just, once you beat, you know, you get your ending or whatever, you know, you're put into New Game Plus. And so you have to play the DLC before that unless you want it harder for yourself, which some people do. You never, I mean, you don't know people, you know, what people like and want in life. But I wasn't trying to do that nay shit. And I'll admit it, I kind of over level for the DLC and certain other stuff on my first character. That's not the point though. Point being, sidestepping is more suited for faster paced gameplay in my opinion, which is why it clicks in Bloodborne so well. That's why I love Bloodborne. In Dark Souls 3, you have enemies moving like they belong in Bloodborne, but you're rolling and it just does not make sense. Or not make sense, but it just doesn't feel right. And there's a difference between feeling it and it being there. And this is something I feel like is gonna sound retarded, but I'm gonna say it because I can. So in this game, you feel it being fast-paced. You feel, you know, your dodges, you know, your attacks, you know, you feel it. It feels right. It's there. In Dark Souls 3, it does not feel there. It's there, faster-paced gameplay. What's not there is it flowing well, and you know, you feeling it. That's how I feel about it. And so because of that, I wouldn't be enjoying doing a AFAPT of Dark Souls 3. Because as I've been playing through the game, it feels like it's just been more of a chore each time, which I don't think is something you should feel when you're playing a game. Especially in a Dark Souls game of all games. When you're playing through these games, you want to feel like, you know, you're exploring the world, you're taking down bosses, you're getting stronger, etc. In Dark Souls 3, as I leveled up, I could not feel myself getting stronger. In the sense that I just didn't feel it. I was getting fucked by enemies, which, yes, I won't lie, I sucked ass at fucking Dark Souls 3. And that's probably because, in another sense, I was expecting the faster paced gameplay of Bloodborne, because, you know, if you're gonna make a faster pace, you know, I think you're gonna adapt it to be like the game that started it, that, you know, defined that faster paced gameplay. But instead, it's just, and then it has like the whole weight system, which also ruins it, in the sense that you start fat rolling and carry too much, which has always been a thing of the Souls games. But think of it like in Bloodborne, there is no fucking weight system. So you're always agile, which is nice, especially for faster paced gameplay. You are always agile, which is what you need. You gotta be quick, you gotta, you know, outthink the beasts and stuff. And I missed an entire area up there. And I'm trying to think of how to access it. So you know what, we're just gonna have to loop around, come back to it, and then I'll use a bowl hunter's mark. We're just gonna keep exploring. But yeah, we're just going through the aqueducts. It'll lead to a new area, and you know, we'll do some fun stuff there. But I'm just gonna keep rambling on while I keep exploring, and nothing's really interesting. Like I said, it's just me exploring, you know, defeating the enemies, gathering items. The half enchilada. But anyways, so yes, Dark Souls 3 just, it's not, I don't think it was meant to be faster paced. Maybe I just suck at it. That's a very high possibility. I very well may just suck at it, and if it's worth anything in proving how much I suck at it, I had to summon, for Pontiff Sullivan, I was stuck on him, so I summoned the 2 NPCs, not people, you know, but NPCs, and then I started doing summoning myself. Like, I started leaving my summon sign so I could help people so I could just get embered for free and, you know, get sunlight medals. But then I'm trying to think, who's after Pontiff? Who's on? Okay, after Pontiff is Aldrich. I think that's who I face next. Now, I almost had Aldrich a couple times, but then I just got frustrated. And again, I didn't want to spend, you know, days and stuff on bosses in that game, just because of how I felt about the game itself. So then I would just start summoning people. I summoned, whatchamacallit, who did I summon? Alright, before we keep going, okay. I had summoned, damn it, why is it so hard for me to think of? Okay, we're not going up there yet. There's some other stuff I want to do. Fuck, that scared me. I had summoned a person online for Aldrich. We beat her. It was all, or him. It was all good and stuff. But then, who's after Aldrich? God, I can't remember the flow of that game. I think I beat Osiris. I think I beat him. And I summoned again. I think basically, past Pontiff, I started summoning people all the time because I just could not get down to the game of like rolling and, you know, all these bosses being fast paced. If it were Bloodborne, I guarantee you I would not have any issues at all with these enemies, like none at all. It would be an easy game for me. It would, because I know what to expect, I know what I'm doing, and I'm a beast at Bloodborne, so, you know, it would only make sense. But that's besides the point. Again, it just does not fit the game, and so I've made it to the Soul of Cinder at this point, and I haven't done any of the DLCs, and I've just been summoning people like a madman because it makes the game, it does make it easier, and it's, you know, it's less me just, you know, getting pissed about bosses and stuff. Now, Bloodborne, I only summoned for Vicar Amelia on my first ever playthrough of the game because she was fucking pissing me off. And that's it, though. I've beaten every boss. I beat the entire DLC without help. Albeit, I may have been a tad bit over-leveled because I was also running Chalice Dungeons at the same time. And that's what I loved about this game. In this game, Bloodborne, I could easily get stuck on a boss and I think, okay, cool. I'd stop playing the game for a bit and I'd do something else, you know? Oh shit. I would play other games. I just wouldn't think about Bloodborne. That was horrible. And then, you know, when I would eventually come back to Bloodborne, I'd give it more of a go and I would be successful. Which is fucking, it makes me feel good. And then, you know, in Dark Souls 3, I could never do that because it just didn't feel the same. Fuck you, bitch. And yeah, and Chalice Dungeons in this game were always my alternative for leveling up and grinding. You know, I knew, okay, well, you know, I gotta level up, maybe that's the issue. I just ran Chalice Dungeons and I would level up and it was nice. And you know, you have a means of leveling up and stuff. or not leveling up, but just grinding. Which, and at most points, people will think, well, why would you want to grind? It just helps. It really does. And it was something I had to do in Bloodborne, and it's something I did do, and it definitely made the experience better for me. Knowing, hey, if I'm stuck at a boss, I can just, do this and, run these things, and I'll get souls, and I can level up. In Dark Souls 3, you don't really have that, because there are no... I'm sure there are efficient areas to go through to level up, but it's not Chalice Dungeons. In Chalice Dungeons, some are set, some aren't, and I'll explain all this later on in the game. Don't worry about that. Just know there are randomly generated dungeons, and then there are not. Running through randomly generated dungeons, you don't know where you're going and stuff, but you're always gonna fight enemies, fight bosses, get insight, get souls. It's nice and easy. Dark Souls 3, you just have to run around in an area that you have to look up online that yields the best soul resources, while you do this run, and you just gotta do this many amount of runs and etc. And it's like, why? You get what I'm saying? It's like, it's just not meant, in my opinion. I love Dark Souls 3. I do like it. I won't say I love it. That was a bit of a stretch. I love Bloodborne. Bloodborne, I love. Dark Souls 3, I like it. Mainly for the music. I think if the music in that game was in this game, or if this game was on a grander scale of like Dark Souls 3, I would easily love Bloodborne so much more than I already do. But that is the lengthy reasoning as to why I won't do AFAPT of Dark Souls 3. So yeah, I'm glad I got that out of the way. Let's find this girl's mother. Because it's the only option. I mean, I finally get an option that isn't no or refuse. Tiny music box.
It plays one of Daddy's favourite songs, and when Daddy forgets us, we play it for him so he remembers. Not so silly letting him off without it.
Yeah, your mom is pretty silly running without it. A small music box received from a young Yarnum girl. Plays a song shared by her mother and father. Inside the lid is a small scrap of paper, perhaps an old message. 2 names can be made out, however faintly. Viola and Gascoigne. Huh. So I guess the young girl's mother is Viola. And your boy Gascoigne has gone off in the hunt and he's getting wild, so... Aw. Damn it, I ruined it. Okay, hold up. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but what the fuck? I didn't think playing the music box would ruin it, but I realize now why it does. And then... Ah, damn it. No! Yes! That's so weird! But look at this! We're back in the familiar area. What? Interconnectivity? That sounds awfully familiar. And these fuckasses look awfully familiar. This actually cycles back really well for me. And we're just gonna... holy shit! Okay, that was pretty sick. Okay, he shot. We're going at it! Ha! Too fucking easy. Oh shit. Fuck off. Okay, we're not gonna mess with them. So, as you see, we've explored the 2 side areas of this bridge. So now that was ever really left was going down here and seeing what's up. And as we can see, there's the sunrise. Ooh. And what is this? Interconnectivity. You know what? That's going to be the name of this episode now. That's the sub name for this episode because it's clearly a huge factor. Interconnectivity, the game. And a free item. More destroying of property and coffins. And we have a secret path. And you should use ladders, kids. Don't jump down things like I am. That's how you die. And now begins the true aqueducts. And yeah, this was that one portion that I said I missed, but I would like circle back around for. I love this weapon. It's a good weapon. I'm very happy I chose to start this playthrough with it. It's gonna carry us through to the end. You missed. You're slow. Boy. Let me play my music box for you and show sympathy for your suckiness. And there's more items that we must balance for. And you know, this is gonna be raw skill right here. Too fucking easy. Thick, cold blood. Ooh, it's a nice hefty chunk. Now we do. Okay, I'm very happy that landed. Oh, what? That's bullshit. How does a fucking rat die when I just fucking jumped down with an axe onto him? Alright, watch this. We're about to fuck this guy's life up. Yes! He lived. That's saddening. But now we get a new armor set. And it's actually a really deep, dope one. It looks nice. Oh yeah, look at us. Swaggin' McBaggin'. There we go. That needed to come out for a while. Oh shit! The more I think about the spear tip, the more it makes sense as to why he would stab with this thing. Like, my god, the more I think about that, the more it makes sense. Like, I don't know why it's a thing. Fuck off. Dumbass. But yeah. So I covered AFAPT of Dark Souls 3. I feel like that either came out as people will understand what I'm trying to convey, or they're gonna think, what the fuck is he on? It's a 50-50 chance, and I feel good about that. But yeah, now we're just killing these nasty ass rats, cause you know somebody said their plumbing was jank, and they sent me, the shittiest plumber in the world, to go handle it. And what was my solution to this? Just fucking smack things with an axe until they die. It's a barbaric solution, I'll admit it, but it gets the job done. Now look, there are no more rats in the sewers. And why? It's thanks to this big old axe. Now here's where you can die. You really got to be on your A game for this. And then oh my god! Oh, I lived! Ha! I thought I was gonna die. But I mean, you know, of course, you know, I expected to live. I mean, I'm a Bloodborne veteran. Ha! I'm kidding. I thought I was gonna die. And I was low-key gonna get a bit tilted, cause then I'd have to do a lot more running around, and I'm going the wrong way. We just went up there. Ah, yeah. So now we're just, you know, making more progress. I feel like I did not intend for this episode to be as long as it probably will end up being, and I think that's a-okay. So now we're gonna fight Schmabulok, the pig. Oh yes! No! Okay, so I've been playing on my. Oh, here we go. You're about to get it, boy. Okay, and then you just fist him in the asshole. I'm all too familiar to this routine, Porkins. You can't fool me. Okay, let's pretend I didn't fuck up the first time. So we get Cold Blood Dew 2, some blood vials, and the Saw Hunter badge. Now throughout this game we'll get badges, and what these badges give us is the ability to buy more stuff through shops. So now we can buy the Saw Cleaver, the Saw Spear, and the Hunter Axe. If you know, if you manage to pick up the Saw Spear, or you know, if you miss out on the other weapons, you can now get them because you have the Saw Hunter badge. And I cannot remember where this ladder leads to. I feel like it leads to somewhere we've already been to, though. Okay, never mind. It just completely bypasses all that gay shit. And while that is very... Dumbass hit himself. Fuck you. But yeah. Blood vials. And while I would say let's keep exploring, I definitely do want to kind of end the episode now. Because we're A, at the point where I was hoping to reach, and B... Yeah, we did a lot of exploring. You know, we went through a lot of this main area. I'm pretty sure we covered most of everything. Most, if not everything. And what's this? An elevator. An elevator. Oh, let's see where it leads. I don't like this mask either. Oh god. Ah. We'll get better at the fashions. We'll get better at the fashion. And wait a minute. No. Are you? Is that the? No way. Interconnectivity, baby. That's the name of the game. And yeah, I basically the point of this episode was so I could ramble, and so that we could, you know, shortcuts. Yay! So let's go ahead and rest up, return to the Hunter's Dream, and spend these measly 8,000 blood echoes. So yeah, spicy stuff today. Never mind. I'll give it a mild. It wasn't that bad. But, you know, I'll see how much leveling up costs, because leveling up is debatable. Alright, we're just gonna increase stamina. Now let me see what I can buy, which is why I didn't spend it all right away, because I want to see what I can buy first. I might need some stuff. I am so deadass. Please buy the hand lantern. I feel like people don't appreciate it enough. It's a great ass item to have. But yeah, see, look, now we have access to the pistol and the blunderbuss. We have access to these 3 weapons and the threaded cane. Okay, never mind. The saw spear isn't one of the 3 you get offered. It's the threaded cane and the crick hammer, which I have never been a fan of, so I will never use it. Which sounds dumb-ish, and it is-ish. Actually, I don't think we had to buy anything. I think we could have just gone for the levels. Yeah, I'm about to just go for raw levels. Actually, no. Okay, this is what we needed it for. Wait. Okay, yeah, we're good. So, fortifying weapons just makes them stronger. As you can see on the right, my physical attack goes up. It'll go up to like 93. I don't know what it is now. It's 98 plus 2. So then if I fortify it, it'll become a 107. So yeah, that's some damage right there. And you already know we're about to do it to him. Okay, so we could only get that 1 upgrade, which isn't bad, I'll admit it. So now we can level up, and I can do what I wanted to do in the first place. So we can get more health. Because health is the name of the game in this game, guys. So, alright, that'll cut it for episode 2. Interconnectability. Is that the word I was like? I like how I was screaming this word so many times and I can't think of it right now at the end of the fucking video. Oh, besides the point. Thank you all for watching episode AFAPT of Bloodborne episode 2. Nothing much happened really. We just did a lot of, you know, door opening, backtracking-ish, looting. Next episode will definitely start off spicy, my boys, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Wait, okay, hold up. So, I also had this to mention. I think it was a thing I did want to mention. My next AFAPT video, or my next AFAPT series will be of a game that I'm sure not many have heard of. It's not a Souls game, and it's not a common game. I definitely have said the name of it in the video, so winky face, but yeah, I'm not going to spoil it yet. I think that should be spoiled when we're nearing the end of this stuff. But yes, until next time, yeah.